Okay, you're looking at some golf bags. These golf bags belong to some of the best players in the world. Women's professional golf is back at Pine Haven Country Club in Guilderland, New York, and I am very glad they're back.
Montana. Dorsey Addict. Next on the tee, from Rolling Hills Estates, California, Kristen Coleman. Next on the tee, from Hilo, Hawaii, Brittany Yada.
All right, this is where we are. We're at the Twin Bridges Championship, which is part of the Epson Tour. The Epson Tour is the official qualifying tour for the LPGA. I'm probably going to make 2 videos over the next 3 days. I'll be coming to this tournament all 3 days because I'm a huge fan of the Epson Tour. All right, I got to catch up with my friend Pete. He's out here somewhere on the course. Okay, I did catch up with my friend Pete. He's standing right next to me. And that right there, who just walked by, that's Jenny Bay. She is the defending champion of this tournament. She won last year in a 5-hole playoff. And it was very exciting. I'm glad she's back, just for the sake that I get to watch her again. And you can see that video from last year's tournament on the channel. That's Dawie Weber, I think you pronounced that. She's from the Netherlands. This is Anita Uwadia. I'm going to tell you a story about her before this video's over. Now, while we watch Jenny Bay hit her approach shot, I'm going to do maybe like a little top 10 list while we're out here. And I want to tell you some of the things I love about the Epson Tour. I love the fact that these players are out here chasing their dreams. It's intense competition, but they're also playing for the love of the game, and they're making sacrifices to be out here chasing their dreams. And they're not getting paid tons of money. Now, another thing that I love about the Epson Tour is the quality of play. These are amazing players, and it's almost mind-boggling how good they are. Anybody who has tried to play golf, I think especially, can appreciate. As that putt goes in, for instance, it's not an easy game. They're pretty good at it. And then there's the fact that there's so much at stake. This is a list of the top 15 players on this tour. Only the top 15 players qualify for the LPGA. And that's life-changing. And of course, then there's just the fact that you're outdoors on a beautiful day, watching golf. Another great thing about it is how you're so close to the action. I mean, you're almost right next to the players. Well, you really are. And here's a good view of the kind of shot I'd have to make going between the trees. The only difference is, look how well she did it. I would have ricocheted off the trees and probably gone backwards. All right, I think this might be the 12th hole. Notice that tree, kind of right in the middle of the fairway. The players try to get to the right side of the fairway so they can get to the green without contending with that tree. This player did a good job of that, and I think she's safely on the green. Yeah, that tree is a factor on this hole. Okay, now we're gonna watch a player who is on the left side of the fairway. We'll see how she does. She has to deal with that tree. She went around it.
Wow.
Okay, I can't wait until that player puts her ball back. She marked her ball, but okay, basically she's a foot from the hole. She curved her shot around that tree, left to right, and put it a foot away from the pin. It's got to be one of the best shots of the day. And there's another great shot. I told you, these players are amazing. So good. And here we see what she's left with. Basically a tap-in. Now there's also the local community aspect. This tournament has been great for this community. This is the 40th year of having this tournament here in the capital region. Now at the same time, there's also an international component to these tournaments because players come from all over the world to be on the Epson Tour. And I love any sporting event that does draw players from all over the world. I think there are 10 players from China and 10 players from Chinese Taipei, maybe 7 from Thailand, and other countries represented here. And I think that's great. There's 7 players in this tournament who will be competing in the Olympics in Paris in a couple of weeks. So that's pretty cool. It's getting to be pretty late in the day. Not too many players still out on the course. The action is kind of winding down here on day one. Just gonna enjoy looking around a little bit more. I'll mention a couple more reasons why I love the Epson Tour. Maybe while we walk down the 18th fairway, I'll do that. A little earlier, I mentioned a player by the name of Anita Uwadia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She was playing in Jenny Bay's group earlier. She grew up in Nigeria, where they don't have a lot of golf courses. And her introduction to golf was basically tagging along with her dad as he took her brother to go play golf. But her dad realized that she had a very real interest in golf, and she loved it. And he started to encourage her to play, bought her some clubs and equipment, and she showed a real aptitude for golf. And then he discovered that there was an opportunity for her to come to America to play golf. Now, they didn't even know that scholarships were offered at American universities. Scholarships to play golf. And so she came here when she was 12 and continued to play and honed her skills, and then eventually was granted a scholarship to play. It got cut off there, but I was saying she got a scholarship to play at the University of South Carolina. And I just love the stories. You know, every player has a story. And it's kind of like, who's going to emerge? And last year, we watched Gabby Ruffles play in this tournament. Ooh, that's a good shot. And she made it to the LPGA. She's in the top 10 on the LPGA. Let's look at the scores here. Jenny Bay, the defending champion, right there. She's 1 over par. She's very much in contention. The leader is at 5 under. She's only 6 off. And we followed Juliana Hung. She's 1 over par. And I notice Heather Lynn is 3 over par. I'd like to see her play because I followed her a little bit last year. But anyways, hope you've enjoyed this little video, why I love the Epson Tour. We'll see you next time.